Renting versus owning, specifically in Dana Point, California, is what this video is going to be all about. I'm gonna break down if you're thinking about moving or renting, buying in Orange County and you're looking at Dana Point, this video is gonna be breaking up the differences. And to be honest, if you're looking to rent or own in any of the beach cities and you're not sure which one you wanna do, this video is definitely gonna be for you. My name is Stubbs. I am a team leader and owner of a real estate sales team named Onyx Homes, and this is all about Orange County. Our goal with this channel is to give you as much information as possible so you can make your buying or renting decision a little bit easier. All right, so let's dive right in. I got a little bit of information here pulled up on my computer, so I wanna make sure I have it correct for you. So the median rent for Dana Point is $5,900 a month. Now, the median rent is the important number, and we don't look at the average because especially in your luxury beach cities, you're going to have some crazy luxury properties that are really gonna skew that average number. So when we look at this, we look at the median, meaning the middle number. So out of all of the properties that are rented out, what is the middle amount? And that's $5,900. And if you didn't believe me on the wide range, the range currently available, there's 235 properties available for rent in Dana Point right now, at least the time of me filming this. And the range is from $1,875 all the way up to $150,000 per month. Yes, you heard that right. $150,000 per month is the most expensive, which is why I mentioned that earlier, that we look at the median price, not the average. I think it's also important to mention as well too, if you're not already living in Orange County, Dana Point's $5,900 median rent is $3,750 higher than the national average. So obviously anywhere in Orange County is gonna be expensive, but of course a coastal city in South Orange County is definitely gonna be an expensive one itself. And if you're in the position you're trying to figure out, should I rent or should I own? I have a guide for you that I put a ton of time into. I took the 6 most common questions and answered them in a 20 some odd page guide with videos just like this explaining all the different aspects of answering the most frequently asked questions we had from our clients. So I figure if you're in that position too, it might be beneficial. So if you want to check out that guide, it is totally free. You can go to onyxhomes.com/rent and drop your information and we'll send that guide over to you right away. All right, let's get back into the video and we're gonna talk about owning in Dana Point. Now the median home price in Dana Point, again, median, not the average, is $1.58 million at the time of me filming this. And there's 128 homes currently for sale. Now again, Dana Point is gonna have a very wide range of properties for sale, ranging from the 300,000, 400,000, 500,000 range all the way up to the 50 million plus range. So now that we talked a little bit about your stats of renting versus owning in Dana Point, let's go ahead and pull up the computer and look at some of these different properties so you can get an idea where your money goes if you rent versus where you go if you buy. Okay, so I'm gonna head over to our website, socalhomesforsale.com. Now this is a website we pull properties from directly from the MLS every 15 minutes, so it should be always updated. And this is our website, so you don't have to worry about getting your information sold to other real estate companies. We own and operate this website. So if you reach out here to schedule a tour or anything like that, you can just simply ask for a tour and it'll go directly to one of our local experts. So here's what I'm gonna do is, let's look at for rent first. So let's look at what the median rent price in Dana Point gets you. So I'm gonna go over here and I'm gonna go to property type and I'm gonna check off residential and I'm gonna check residential lease. So we're gonna be looking at properties that are for lease, and I'm gonna show us the difference for 5,000 to, let's say, 7,000, because that median number was 5,900, so this is a little above and a little below. So let's find one at 6,000 a month. You're gonna notice a lot of different things. So let me give you some context here. Is for the 7,000 mark, you're gonna see there's a lot of condos. There's also gonna be a lot of single family homes for sale. So what you're gonna notice is it's really gonna depend on where these properties are at. So let's go to the map for this. Because we're in Dana Point, you're going to see that obviously maybe I shouldn't say obviously, the closer you're gonna be to the ocean, the lower your property size generically is going to be. So one particular neighborhood that does have a lot of rentals in this price range is this neighborhood here on Selva Road. Now you are steps away from one of the nicest neighborhoods in all of Orange County, one of the nicest beaches of the Strand, and you're gonna have $6,000, $5,000, $7,000 per month condos that are 1,000 square feet, 1,200 square feet, things of that nature. Now, if I zoom out, I'm gonna be looking in the Dana Hills area And you can see for the same price of $7,000 a month, you can get a 2,500 square foot home that is a little bit inland. Now, for reference, you're not that far inland, and from a walking, biking distance, you wouldn't be necessarily, most people wouldn't walk to the beach this far, but certainly biking, and definitely nowadays e-biking, you'd see a lot of people that would take this. There's also a beach trail that runs right on this creek here also. So this isn't too far away, but you can literally double the house. Single family home that is built in 1986. You get a lot more for your money if you're not needing to be right on the ocean. So that's kind of that median price. You're gonna see just a very wide range of differences there. Now, I'll also say for this median price point, you're starting to be able to see some places that are for rent in the Monarch Beach area. So this is a little bit newer, a little bit nicer area. It's gated. There's a lot of amenities that are in the Monarch Beach area. You're close to the resorts, you're close to the Ritz-Carlton, you're close to the Waldorf Astoria Monarch Beach Club. So this is $6,800 a month, 3 beds, 3 baths, 1995, like I said, a little bit newer. And you can see you get a lot more house for the same money here as well too, versus a 1,000 square foot condo that's right next to the beaches. So anyway, that's kind of an idea of what you would expect to see on the rent side. Now let's go ahead in the median home price. Okay, so let's see what would look like if you picked up and said, hey, I'm gonna spend a little bit more than $10,000. It's kind of like the expectation of what you would spend. So as you can see, you're gonna have some very, very high-end stuff. You can see for being right on the water in Ritz Cove for $50,000 a month, $24,000 a month, $16,000 a month. You can see this drops off very quickly just because there's not a whole lot of these that are always available. But for $15,000 to $20,000, $10,000, $12,000, you can get a very nice house in a very nice area as well too. So you're gonna see a lot of the same thing. Let me zoom out on the map so you can get a little bit better idea. So as you can see, these properties are all over the place if we're looking over $10,000, and there are quite a bit of them. So you have a lot of different options to choose from. All right, so now the next thing that I'm gonna do is I'm gonna compare the difference between what does the median home price get and what does your median rent get, right? So if you were saying the median rent in Dana Point is $6,000 a month, we saw the types of properties you can get for that median price. Now, if you're looking at the median home price, you're looking at $1.6 million. So let's go ahead and look at those properties that are for sale right now. So I'm gonna go over to property type and I'm going to click residential. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna put in price. So we're gonna do 1.5 to 1.7 to give us a few different options to look at. One more zero. All right, and then I'm gonna go ahead and zoom out here and see how many different options we get. So for the median home price, you're gonna see single family residence at the 1.65, 1.6, and kind of all over the place. So at this price point, you're seeing a lot less of the townhome condos because a lot of the townhome condos would actually be in a lower price point than this, although the rents are much higher, whereas the single family homes will have a lower relative rent and the prices are higher. So I hope that made sense, but your townhome condos will usually rent for a higher amount. A lot of them are closer to the ocean, which raises that up. But if they sell, they don't sell for quite as much. And also a lot of those rental properties that are condos, they usually don't hit the market as nearly as often as the single family residences that are usually a primary residence. So if you look at these different properties, let's go ahead and just pick one here. So let's pick this one here at $1.6 million. So this is 5 beds, 3 baths, 2,700 square feet. And so you can see that this is in Capo Beach. So another thing you can do is you can go over to the buyers tab and you can click on mortgage calculator. So if you're looking at the median home price in Dana Point, you're $1.6 million. Let's say you're putting 20% down. That's $320,000. Interest rates as of me filming this are right about 6.5%, so that's a good guesstimate. I'm gonna go ahead and click advanced to make sure we have all the right numbers in here. So your property tax rate in Dana Point is low, so it's just a hair over 1%. And homeowners insurance is probably gonna be more like $3,000 a year, maybe $3,500. Let's go ahead and mark it at that. And then I don't know why that changed. All right, so if you are looking at the median home price with a property with no HOA in Dana Point, you should be expecting to pay about $9,500 per month, and that's with 20% down. Now, these are all rough guesstimates, so as you can see, it is definitely more expensive to buy in Dana Point than it is to rent, and this is something you're gonna see all throughout most of Orange County, is it's going to cost more money in order to purchase rather than rent. And here's one of the major reasons why that is the case. Orange County is a market where investors specifically feel very confident that the properties are going to continue to appreciate. And what that means is they are willing to buy a property that doesn't make as much money for the rent relative to price, because they know property values in this area, or they should say they feel strongly the property values are going to increase, which is where they're going to make most of the money on their investment. Versus if they were buying in another state, think of somewhere like Texas or Midwest, where you could buy a property and it is significantly cheaper to buy it than it is to rent it. Orange County just does not work that way. So as you can see, the median home price in Dana Point would come out to a $9,500 mortgage. Now keep in mind as well too, and this is in that rent versus own guide. There's a lot of information about this. So if you want to check that out, go to onyxhomes.com/rent and you can download that guide. But here's one of the things we talked about in there is there is a massive amount of potential. I'm not an accountant, so talk to your accountant, but there's a lot of room for tax write-offs when you own real estate, especially at this price point. So you definitely want to talk to your attorney, but go to that guide, check it out to get way more information on that at onyxhomes.com/rent. So that was an overview of renting versus owning in Dana Point. I hope this video helped you. If it did, make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Again, this is all about Orange County, where we try to give you as much information as possible so you can make a better or easier decision if you're thinking about making a move to Orange County. And if you are, you can always reach out to us directly by going to allaboutoc.com, filling out the form, and myself or one of my teammates will reach out to you right away to figure out how we can help you in your unique situation. Again, my name is Christian. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.